In the last episode, we leave the dock to begin heading south. Sea Gypsy's maiden voyage went smoothly, and it was an easy 20 miles to the marina in Brooklyn for the night. In this episode, we leave New York City, set sail on an overnight passage to the C&D Canal. Hey there, my name's Taylor. Whether I'm traveling by air, land, or sea, I want to use my skills and various methods of travel to explore our beautiful planet. Subscribe to join me as I navigate life with my sense of adventure as my compass. It's like 6:30 a.m. The sun's coming up and we're gonna be continuing on and leaving New York City. It's been an amazing time here. I've really enjoyed it, and thank you to everyone who has shown me amazing hospitality. Tara, especially, you've been wonderful. I can't wait to keep getting south. Today we're hopefully gonna either make it to Bernigate or we're just gonna keep going and do a non-stop overnight. We'll see how we feel later though. We've got perfect conditions today again. Beautiful sunrise. I think it's a good way to say goodbye to New York City. This has got to be one of the most beautiful, picturesque mornings ever. I don't know if you can see the city behind me, but I never imagined that I would have a boat and be going through New York City, and it's absolutely the best way to see the city. It looks stunning, especially at sunrise. And we are coming right up to the Statue of Liberty. There she is! That ass though. Well, a beautiful morning, but a bit of a bad start. The engine, my temperature gauge doesn't really work, and then all of a sudden I looked down and it was maxed out, like really hot. So we've had to just bring it down to idle, and we're just kind of hoping to let it cool down. Well, first time sailing under bad circumstances, but that's still okay. We think the engine was overheating because of the thermostat. Either it's got stuck or a part of it had gotten stuck. We're gonna continue on anyway, and if the engine overheats again, then we might just remove the thermostat. Right now it's running pretty cool, it's doing okay, so it's kind of weird, but we should be able to sail pretty soon here for most of the rest of the day anyways, once we get out of here. So yeah, I think this only delayed us like an hour. Shouldn't be too bad. This is a moment I will certainly remember forever. I felt such a sense of accomplishment leaving the busy waters of New York City on my first real sail with this new boat. Well, it's the end to the first day actually at sea. It went good other than the engine overheating. We've been keeping an eye on it all day and it's done well. We've just kind of backed it off a little bit, and we were running at 2,500 RPM and now we're running it at like 23. Just trying to take it easy, and yeah, there's not much wind and it's right behind us. We've got the main up and we're just kind of motor sailing. But hopefully throughout the night the wind's gonna pick up and we should be able to sail all night. And I think that's what we're gonna do. I think we're just gonna go for it and do first sail and first overnight.
Yeah, should be a good night. The wind's supposed to pick up here in the next 3 or 4 hours and get stronger overnight. It's nice out here right now, it's beautiful.
I swear that sunsets on the water are always the best. With a clear horizon and the light glowing off of the surface of the water, us sailors have really got the best seat in the house. We were well on our way down the coast of New Jersey as it got dark. I was first up on night watch, and then Bobby and I did shifts of 3 hours on and 3 hours off each. Good morning. Notice I'm hand steering. The wind picked up a little bit and there's following seas and the autopilot's just having a little bit of a hard time. So we're hand steering and motor sailing with the jib out. And yeah, I'm tired.
Yeah, in following seas, sometimes autopilots have a hard time handling it. They're not fast enough to correct in time. So we've been hand steering for what, 4 hours? Yeah, so anyway, but we got like 5 miles to go here, and then we round Cape May, and we'll be in the lee of the island, or lee of the land, so hopefully it'll be a little easier at that point. We're gonna have to jibe here in about 5 miles, and hopefully we'll tuck in behind it.
As soon as we rounded Cape May and entered into the Delaware Bay, the conditions were much more calm. So I went down below to whip up some breakfast. With all of our sails up and a light breeze pushing us along, the rest of the afternoon cruising up the Delaware was very peaceful.
Well, sailing up the Delaware Bay now. Got the generator going, so got Taylor this Honda generator, 2000 watt or 2200, something like that. It's fairly quiet. It's running on high power right now because it's really charging the batteries, but you know, when it's not running high power, it is pretty quiet. But it's not too bad. So the winds are kind of light right now. Again, she doesn't have a wind meter either, so need to get her one of those. But we're doing, you know, just over 5 knots. I don't know if you can see that. The current should be turning around to go with us here in the next half hour. So hopefully we'll get another half knot to a knot out of that. We got 32 miles to enter the C&D Canal, and then it's about 10 miles up the C&D to where we're gonna spend the night. And yeah, should be a good little time.
I'd like to say a very special thank you to all of my subscribers, as my channel has surpassed over 100,000 of you guys. And of course, thank you to my patrons. This new adventure would not have been possible without all of you. In the next episode, we continue sailing to Annapolis, but run into some engine trouble and have to get towed in.